Welcome to the I Nurture videos.
In this video, we will learn about objectives of Employee State Insurance Act 1948, its administration, benefits under the Act. Students, Employee State Insurance Act provides for benefits to employees in case of sickness, maternity, and employment injury. The Act is applicable in all non-seasonal factories that run with power and employing 10 or more persons. It is also applicable in those factories which run without power and employing 20 or more persons. In the case of Kenchamba Service Station versus Union of India and others in year 1999, the Karnataka High Court gave a landmark judgment. It observed, whenever there is a manufacturing process done with the aid of power but employs less than 20 persons, the distinction between factory and establishment loses its significance. The setup becomes an establishment. This notification is valid and legally enforceable. In this case, petitioner was a petrol pump and service station. Let's now see who are covered and who are not covered by the provisions of this Act. Number 1. Wireman, car cleaner and sweeper working in multi-storied buildings and being paid a small amount of services will not be covered under the Act. Number 2. Drivers of trucks engaged on a trip basis by a transport companies will be covered under the Act. Number 3. The persons working in workshop, laboratory or godown will be considered employees under the Act. Number 4. Apprentices, trainees other than those engaged under the Apprentices Act 1961 are liable to be covered under the Act. The objectives of the Employee State Insurance Act 1948 was to introduce social insurance in the country by providing certain benefits to the employee in case of sickness, maternity and medical benefits to employees of the factories and establishment. Further, the Act aims to provide benefits to the dependents on the death of the worker due to employment injury and also provides towards expenditure on funeral of an insured person. The Act provides for 6 types of benefits to the insured persons or their dependents. They are medical benefit, sickness benefit, maternity benefit, disablement benefit, dependence benefit, and funeral benefit. Under the Act, cash benefits are administered by the central government through the Employee State Insurance Corporation, whereas the state governments and union territory administrations administer the medical care. The Employee State Insurance Corporation is the premier social security organization in the country. The Employee State Insurance Corporation is the premier social security organization in the country. It is the highest policy-making and decision-taking authority under the Act and oversees the functioning of the schemes under the Act. Employee State Insurance Corporation has members from the central and state governments, members of the parliament, etc. It is supported by a standing committee of the corporation which administers the affairs of the corporation. A medical benefit council is established to provide advice on matters relating to administration of medical benefits. The Act also provides appropriate definition to terms such as appropriate government, dependent, employment injury, employee, family, insurable employment, insured person, etc. These definitions have been challenged in the court of law. The outcomes of such cases have brought better clarity in understanding applicability of the Act. In the well-known case of Royal Talkies Hyderabad versus ESI Corporation, the Supreme Court in 1978 explained the meaning of the term employee under this Act. In this case, manager of the Royal Talkies entered into an agreement with another person to maintain a canteen and a cycle stand for the benefit of customers. He employed on his own workers in the canteen and cycle stand. It was held that persons so employed are employees of the cinema theatre. The students, in this video we learned about Employee State Insurance Act 1948. We also learned about its objectives, definitions under this Act and the prominent judicial cases under this Act. Trust you will find this information useful.